time once again for Uncle Matt's bedtime story. Hello everybody, it's Uncle Matt, and I'm here to read you another bedtime story. And tonight's bedtime story is a sorry story. The Sorry Life of Timothy Shmoe. Written by a Canadian author, Stephanie Simpson McClellan. Illustrated by Zoe C. Alright, this story was copyright in 2021. Are you ready? Here we go. Timothy Shmoe was not a bad kid, but sometimes he did bad things. Here's a letter. Dear Dad, I'm sorry I called you that name. I did it because I woke up on the wrong side of the bed and wanted to play outside, but you made me clean my room. Sincerely, truthfully, Timothy. P.S. I forgive you for wrecking my morning. Sometimes he made honest mistakes. Another letter. Dear Aunt Gladys, I'm sorry for saying I didn't like the sweater you knit for my birthday. I said that because Dad says I must always tell the truth. I guess he isn't telling the truth about that. Sincerely sorry, your nephew, Timothy. Sometimes, to be honest, he knew exactly what he was doing. Dear Aaron, I'm sorry I ruined your science project. I did it because a little monster inside me took over and my mind became a mushy ball of rage. I've now learned my lesson not to touch your things. Sincerely, your honest brother, Timothy. P.S. Maybe you could say sorry for not letting me play with you and your friends. Sometimes things were broken. Dear Dad, I'm sorry my slap shot knocked your great-great-grandma's vase off the shelf. Who knew I could shoot so high? Sincerely sorry, your loving son, Timothy. P.S. That vase was pretty old-looking anyway, don't you think? Other times, things were just changed. Dear Sarah, I swear I was only trying to make your awesome painting even better. I really liked your tree and thought a bird would look nice in its branches. Your loving brother, Timothy. P.S. My bird looked happy until you ripped him up. Timothy's sisters were occasionally guilty of planting ideas. Dear Mum, when we saw you sweating from doing yard work, Sarah and Aaron said you might want to cool down. I now see that it wasn't a good idea to spray you with the hose. Sorry and again sorry. Your loving son, Timothy. P.S. Thank you for your good advice of counting to 10 before I act, and if necessary, counting to 20. But mostly, he was surrounded by innocent bystanders. Dear great nanny gal, I'm sorry you got trapped in the corner when Mum went to buy milk. In my defense, no one told me our house is a little crooked. I didn't know your wheelchair would roll so fast after I released the brakes. Now, I know that when you scream like that, it means you are scared and not excited. Your great-grandson, Timothy Shmoe. Even though Timothy found himself in trouble a lot, his apologies were mostly sincere. Dear Fluffy, I pulled your tail because you scratched me. I am not really sorry, from Timothy. P.S. I know that you can't read this, so I don't know why Dad made me write it. Another one. Dear Fluffy, Dad said I needed to try this note again. He reminded me that I am bigger than you and that cats are not horses. Now I know that when you screech like that, it means you are scared and not excited. From your human, Timothy Shmoe. And his mistakes usually had small consequences. Until they multiplied. Dear Sarah, I'm sorry for shooting marbles across the floor of your ballet show. I was trying to copy those things you were doing with your arms and forgot about the marbles in my hands. Sincerely sorry, your brother, Timothy. Dear Aaron, I'm sorry for shooting marbles across the floor of your ballet show. I jumped on the stage to help, but now I know you should never pick a dancer up by the tutu because the material is very fragile. Sincerely sorry, your brother, Timothy. Lots of sorries going on here. Oh no. Timothy's parents were frequently frazzled. Dear Miss Shirley, I'm sorry for shooting marbles across the floor of your ballet show. I now know that 1. People in the audience should stay in the audience. 2. Bringing marbles to a dance show is not a good idea. 3. You should never lift a dancer by the tutu. Thank you for teaching me these important lessons, and sincerely sorry again. Sarah and Aaron's very sorry brother, Timothy Shmoe. P.S. I'm missing my really cool red Mars marble, and I wonder if maybe you have it? But one thing was for sure, no matter what Timothy did or how often he did it, Dear Dad, I am sorry for wrecking everything. You probably wish I'd never been born. Your ever-loving son, Timothy, XOXO, a couple more of those. P.S. I've tried to make it up to you. Follow the arrows for a big surprise. His family loved him just the same. Dear Timothy, there is nothing you could do that would make me not love you. I would only be sorry if you were not my son. Your ever-loving dad, XOXO, and a few more of those. P.S. Can't wait to see what you've done. Interesting. This is what Timothy has done. The end. Well, a bunch of letters and a bunch of stories. That's all the time we have for Uncle Matt's bedtime story. I hope you enjoyed that story. I will see you next time. Bye for now.